marry Deiondra, but I didn't know that I was gonna do this soon, like
Right.
propose and stuff. I'm just like, I called my mama like, hey, I think I'm gonna marry Deiondra. My mama like, all right. So she like, shit. Oh yeah.
As if it couldn't get any worse, Jackie and his baby mama, Deiondra Sanders, are back at it. They have been fighting back and forth for a while now, and now Miss Matt nearly got beaten after Jackie's sister allegedly pulled up on her in Tennessee and tried to jump her for disparaging Jackie's family and his mother. A Twitter user called Deiondra out and revealed all the details about how she nearly got whooped by Jack. Sister, you are all aware that Deiondra is not the right person to play with. She responded angrily, but don't worry, there is still more. We're coming in hot because Deiondra is upset that Jacquees is back and working with someone else. Jacquees was also exposed for allegedly cheating on her with several women and attempting to spin the block with his ex Drizzy while Deiondra was expecting their child, Shyla. This is a hot mess, but what does Deion, Deiondra's father, think about his daughter being treated this way? The Loaf, if you were unaware, Deiondra and Dee had a mixtape called F.A. Friendzone that was released a few years ago. They recently released F.A. Friendzone 2.0, and she doesn't like that the two of them are out and about together and promoting the music. In fact, she detested the album and their partnership. She wants to know if her baby daddy is playing around with Dee or if this is a phony situationship to promote the album. But you hear this and she doesn't care. One is accurate since she dislikes both of them. She doesn't like any of it, and things only got worse from there. When Dee and Jack wanted to film a music video for one of the songs on F.A. Friendzone 2, they wouldn't let Deiondra on set. If you thought she would just take it sitting down, you don't know the woman. She went crazy on the internet and disparaged the album, saying that people had to pretend to be in a relationship to sell records. Stop asking me why I'm not permitted to be near them because, as I mentioned earlier, Dej would feel uneasy if his fiancée were present. I hope your tiny CD sells more than everything you've ever done. When Deiondra's tweet went viral, Jock's mother, Rose, retaliated by yanking Deiondra and the girl hard and calling her an idiot, claiming that there was no need to claim that they were pretending to be in a relationship to sell an album because everyone knew it wasn't a real one. Genuine romance, and this time, as in many previous instances, people are supporting Ja. Everyone has been raving about how DeLoaf is gay and has a girlfriend. So why is Deiondra upset that they are working together? Makes sense, girl. Even though Rosie branded Deiondra an idiot, she allowed her father, Deion Sanders, to get flowers for having Jackie on his show. This infuriated Deiondra even more, and she attacked Jackie's family on her Instagram story, writing, "Yes, you're welcome for having her." Deiondra wasn't done reprimanding her baby daddy's family because she went on to expose Rosie for mismanaging her son's finances. She made sure it was public, calling Rosie by name. She said, "Miss Rosie, better stop playing with me. Everyone is off limits. Now, go be with your husband and keep stealing and hiding. Son on my daddy's show was respected with class, unlike you guys. You got the right one today." We all know that Jacques is the king of all the mama's boys in the area, so when he saw his baby mama disparaging his mother, he allegedly sent her packing. It appears that Deiondra is back at her mother's house, and she detests that the streets are claiming that their engagement is off too, but you guys didn't hear that from me, so I suppose this shouldn't come as a huge surprise. If you thought that Rosie's dissing Deiondra on Instagram was the worst part, think again because she nearly got herself beaten up by Jack's sister Miracle. There are a lot of things that led to this, and it's quite the tea, but first let's talk about why Jack is always on his mama's side, even if he knew that he wasn't going to sit back and watch her go off on his mom like that. Nobody in Jack's family took it well, and they have been making every effort to address it. She is mistaken. In addition to admitting that he makes very important decisions only with Miss Rosie's approval, Deiondra has intimated that Ja and his mother have an odd connection. As if that weren't messy enough, he also disclosed that he needed his mother's okay before he could propose to Deiondra.
We was packing up the spot. I knew we was getting ready to move and stuff because we just got a crib together. And, we was getting ready to do all this stuff, and I'm watching her pregnant, doing all this stuff. He was like, I called my mama like, hey, I think I'm gonna marry Deiondra. Yeah. I'm like, but my mama like, all right. So
Yet that's not all, since everyone is aware that the relationship was a hot mess from the beginning. After all, no one in these two families approves of it. Sanders, Deion, and his sons have told Deiondra on several occasions that they disapprove of her relationship with Jazz, and that they just recently accepted him when Deiondra gave birth to his son Snow. The Jacquees family also dislikes Deiondra for nothing, and their relationship is always tense. Therefore, Deiondra thinks it strange that Jacquees needed to obtain his mother's consent before proposing to her. After all, there's a place for Mama Rosie advised her kid to contact Deiondra for guidance, but it's a little strange that he's trying to win her approval. It gets even stranger because Deiondra had to sit through an interview that she was unaware of. About her qualifications, long-term and short-term objectives, etc.
You need to ask her before you do that. You know what I'm saying? She like, you need to take her out and you need to ask her these certain questions. Ask her her long-term goals and short-term goals. Ask her how y'all can work together, to do certain things, like what's the plan? You know what I'm saying? She like, make sure y'all got a plan. You feel what I'm saying? And make sure you know her short-term goals and her long-term goals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, cool. She was like, but besides that shit, is she?
And it's possible she was seeking a maid. Jack claimed that his mother had no intention of interacting with Deiondra until the day she entered their tour bus, cleaned everything up, and that's when Rosie told her son Deiondra was the one.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was telling me on tour, she was like, hey, that's the one. She was like, I'm telling you, like, you need to go ahead and figure out how you going, but that's the one. She make you better. She like, that's what you need.
She got you going to church.
Yeah, she was like, you know what I'm saying? And this before all that. This was my mama just seeing early, like, because Deiondra came on the bus and just straightened up the whole tour bus. Like, my room was a mess. I came back, my shit organized, shoes over here, drawers over there, socks. She just getting everybody right on the bus. I'm like, Shawty came to change the whole shit. And my mama was noticing that, like, damn, she put some structure.
Strange, huh? You would think that it would be sufficient to convince Rosie to support Deiondra, but you would be completely mistaken if you didn't know that Jax and Drazy had been dating for a while before Deiondra entered the picture. Rumor has it that she was the reason they split up. Now, this is where things get even stranger. Rosie admired Drazy and was upset that she and the Jacquees had broken up and that Deiondra had entered the scene. It was said that Jacquees had to pop the question to Deiondra because he was found garnering all the attention. Flirtatious with Drazy, if you recall, Deion Sanders didn't want his daughter to date Jace because of his ongoing infidelity. However, it turns out that Mama Rosie knew her son was having sex with his ex while Deiondra was expecting his son. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? It appears that Deiondra discovered this and began disparaging Drazy online after Jackie proposed. She seemed to be furious that Jackie was still having sex with Drazy and tweeted, "Why would he switch out a dime for a penny?" But she didn't stop there. Exposed Drazy for doing some strange things. She followed it up with another tweet that said, "Obsessed is when you still send underwear with your face on it to the crib." And that's when it all broke loose because you know that Drazy is not the type to take a disc lying down. She replied to her tweet by telling Deiondra that her man was out chasing other people, telling him that you were all expecting a baby, but that the ninja was pleading with her to get me pregnant because he've **** with your bird brain TF. Or on this MF. In addition, she posted another chat with the caption, "This is your baby daddy." It's unfortunate that the jock also disparaged Deiondra and Drazy DMS, claiming that he didn't want her because she was his first love. In the screenshot, Jax wrote, "I want you. I don't want her. You are my true love. I want you, Drazy, again." Drazy didn't stop there, as she backed up everything she said with receipts, indicating that there was nothing between them. As the text suggests, Ja told Drazy that he didn't want to have a child with Deiondra because intimate contact with her doesn't define love. Deiondra chose to share her feelings with the world, writing, "I'm just so heartbroken I prayed for God to show me. I know I should never doubt God, but occasionally I wonder why he would even let me love this deeply if he knew I just felt so foolish and stupid." Whatever's done is done, and Deiondra is taking care of herself while making sure the Jacquees suffers as well. She knew that one way to pull a big power move was with her son, so she made it clear that Snow would be taking her last name, Sanders, because Jack hadn't married her yet, and it seems like they might never get married. Ever since it was revealed that Shaq was pursuing his ex, it feels appropriate that Deiondra wants to believe that any woman he's getting too close to is on his list of women he wants to play around with. This is also likely why she doesn't give much thought to anything she says about her baby daddy's family, because it's clear that all of these. Even though she claims that the situation between Dej Loaf and Ja isn't real, many people are not ruling out her pressuring her son to pursue Day if doing so would exclude Deiondra from his life. Rumor has it that Rosie has taken it upon herself to find the ideal woman for her son. It appears that she believed she could get Deiondra to do whatever she wanted, But when she realized it wasn't happening, she began encouraging her son to keep looking outside. No longer, and so we returned to the section where the entire family started getting physical with one another. A number of factors led to Miracle. After Deiondra accused Rosie of mismanaging Jacquees' money, Jackie's sister tried to jump her in Tennessee, and Jackie ended up killing himself. Prohibiting her from attending the recording of his music video with Deloaf, the fact that another family member chose to join the racket is not new. If that one Twitter user hadn't quickly revealed it, we wouldn't have heard about it. Deiondra has been fighting with the members of this family. When Deiondra tweeted, "I love my family," a user responded, "Hell to the no, that's not true." She then wrote, "Let's talk about how his sister was about to beat your behind today, and you ran to the back and he cursed you out. You're like a roach that won't leave that family alone, sis did. It is a difficult day for this woman." Deiondra was labeled a dummy, and now she is being called a bug. Deiondra slapped back firmly, despite the fact that she pressed the delete button as soon as the lightning, she said, "Aid, and let's talk about how my dad's security guards made ninjas afraid to be in the same room as me. I bet Avo knows not to play with me." But this fan didn't stop there. She must have been under pressure and needed Deiondra to explain what had happened because she said, "You're running behind that man with the baby wearing all Gucci, and you're wearing Fashion Nova, looking like someone's grandmother." What does Jacquees have to say about this? Well, he's still with Deadloaf, and people are complimenting them on their appearance. And Deiondra isn't feeling this in a photo that Jacquees shared with Deadloaf. A fan commented, "You two need to hurry up and become official." Deiondra's reaction was no. Yeah, that will never happen. Another person asked why the baby's mother wasn't there, because she was in every other photo, and Deiondra made it public that she wasn't permitted to be there. It appears that Deiondra's online outbursts about this, along with attacking Rosie and labeling her a thief, led to Jacquees. After Deiondra confronted Rosie and told her to stop playing, Miracle allegedly intervened on her behalf, warning her not to speak negatively about her mother. After Deion Sanders' security cleared the air and the dust settled, Miracle wrote on her Instagram story, "No weapon fashioned against me or my family will prosper, not in this life or the next. We are covered." It appears that she was subtly disparaging Deiondra regarding the tweet, in which she stated that she loved her family as well as your baby daddies. Given that she has already informed Jacquees that there is no chance that Snow will inherit his last name because they are not yet married, Deiondra appears to be planning to do just that. If she leaves Jacquees, he may never have his father's last name. Family members are looking to beat and disrespect you. So if you were to be anywhere near them any longer, someone would probably leave. I'm not sure if that's retaliation, but anyone must win if this is a contest to see who can be the saltiest. Deiondra was dragged because she was unaware. Her value because her father is Deion Sanders. So why is she declining so much? People have been discussing how she makes bad choices in men, pointing out that she dated a boy before, and we thought it couldn't get any messier than that. She then dated Jack and reportedly became pregnant by him. According to reports, Deiondra's brothers weren't pleased at all that she became pregnant with Jack's child because she has been embarrassing herself everywhere ever since they started dating. And it's not just her brothers who have a problem, because it's been rumored that her father isn't supporting her either. He allegedly sat her down to discuss the entire situation with Loaf and Joe because he didn't like that his first daughter was embarrassing herself online and decided to have a serious talk with her. He shared the video on Instagram, where he gave her advice on how to handle conflict with grace. He asked her how she'd been doing and whether she had been praying and keeping herself well informed, and she replied that she had. Asked her why she allowed other people to provoke her. Deion Sanders informed her that the capacity to walk away was his greatest strength and that she too needed to acquire it.
How you doing, baby girl?
I'm good, baby. I'm doing great.
You're praying myself up, keeping myself full of the word.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate it.
I'm done letting people. I'm done.
Well, why do you allow yourself to be provoked?
Because people be playing with me.
And you should learn that one of the greatest gifts in the world that I possess is the ability to walk.
I know. I need to learn that right now.
You gotta learn everything. Live and smile to see another day.
Just pray for me. Thank you.
Yes, let's talk to.
In any event, There is a lot of conjecture that Deiondra and Jacquees may end their relationship. If that's true, then perhaps Rosie and her kids would be less untidy. Jacquees' silence on the subject only serves to highlight how little he values Deiondra, the mother of. Given that his son is being treated disrespectfully, she might start prioritizing herself going forward. Lately, she has been discussing how difficult postpartum is and the hope that men would attend a course that taught them how to handle postpartum stress, and she also tweeted that disrespect is no longer tolerated. Perhaps this is the last time we'll see anything like this, but the drama with these guys isn't ended, in my opinion, but please share your thoughts and make sure to check. View the following video.